Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
All right, we kick off a brand new week of the Young and Norvelle Show right here on Action Sports Jags Monday. A lot to get to, reviewing, of course, the Jaguars-Saints game from yesterday, and objective number one was met by the Jacksonville Jaguars. They ended up leaving. They got to leave New Orleans without a hangover. We talked about that. A lot of people leave New Orleans with a hangover. The Jags did not. We talked about that on Friday. I thought that was goal number one. And watching the game, or at least the first half, it was very apparent the Jaguars needed to have a feel-good day. The Saints are terrible. I mean, we kicked it around last Thursday, Friday, previewing the game, and the Saints did not play a lot of their starters. So it was imperative that the Jaguars got on the plane yesterday and headed back to Jax Vegas with a little feel-good. It would have been terrible to have stunk up the joint again against that team. New Orleans, the Saints again, man, they are bad. Casey, go to you early here on the show. I think we thought the Saints were going to be bad. We think they're going to be bad. They are bad, and I don't know if the word bad is bad enough. My God, they were terrible, weren't they?
They're not a great team.
Oh, my goodness, but the Jaguars get out of New Orleans. I think no hangover. They did. That's what they didn't need, right? They didn't need to stink it up again against that team. Yeah. The result doesn't matter because, to be honest, the game ended with a very poor taste in your mouth. I get it. But the Jaguars, I had that little fun tease this morning on the show preview. The Jaguars won the 17-17 tie, didn't they?
They didn't get hurt, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, they won the game, I think. 17-all, and I know how it ended and barely watched the end of it, but when the game mattered a little bit, even though the Saints didn't play many of their guys. Gosh, I don't know. Are the Saints' second string any worse than the first string, vice versa?
It's hard to tell.
Oh, my goodness. Positives you took from that. I thought Brenton Strange looked good. I thought Tank Bigsby had the play of the game on offense. What was that, a little screen he took early? He took a little line of scrimmage screen and kind of went down the line, and gosh darn, he looked quick to me.
They want to do a lot of that.
Yeah, he looked really quick. I mean, he made this guy miss, this guy miss, this guy miss, this guy miss. I thought Strange played well. They've got to replace a lot of catches, you would think, at tight end. Maybe not a lot down the field with Ingram, but I thought Strange played well. I still think the Jaguars are who they are. I mean, I think the Saints and the Jaguars are certainly bottom third of the league. Saints are probably the worst team in the league. I also thought, Casey, the trade yesterday was telling. Mm-hmm. We're again, the NFL has changed the cut down rule. There used to be dates and numbers you had to meet at this date, this date, this date, this date to get to 53. Go from 90 to 53?
Right.
Well, that got wiped away a couple years ago. You could cut as many in any time. Where I'm going is, gosh darn, Casey, we're going to have a lot of guys a lot of street free agents soon all over the league, right?
Yes.
And
definitely.
For the Jaguars to actually say, man, we got to get a body in the interior defensive line. So they make the move. They trade Fortner for Saunders, a defensive lineman. Am I reading too much into that? I mean, they didn't even want to wait until everybody's on the street.
No, I mean, if you like a guy, you go get him because you didn't give anything up. I mean,
really
Fortner was a guy that either wasn't going to play or potentially might not have made your team.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get a guy that may have not made your team and you get a guy that will make your team, then why not?
Yeah. So I thought it was interesting, and they go right to that position. To that position. Armstead, who knows? Any of the other, there are a bunch of names in there. I mean, we know Armstead, obviously, but Hamilton and these guys, I mean, how much longer, Hamilton's just not going to be the guy he was 5 years ago or whatever that was. But, they go right to DT. I'm concerned, obviously, with OL as well, but they go right to interior defensive line, defensive tackles. So we'll see. But again, they got out of New Orleans, did the Jaguars, without a hangover. They just that would have been a miserable flight back to have just stunk it up. I don't care what preseason. I don't care what the scoreboard was or says. But they got out of there. Sometime though, they're a perplexing team, aren't they? They go straight down the field, first drive of the game. And did we ever find out? Did Trevor step too wide? Did the guard step too far back?
I never went back and watched it.
Yeah,
but
it
not great.
He got stepped on, but you also every time a lineman steps on a quarterback's foot, it's not always the lineman's fault.
Sure.
Maybe the quarterback got too wide, maybe he didn't. But you couldn't help but think about, and I know it didn't happen the first drive of the game last year, but you couldn't help but think about the fumble against the Dolphins in the end zone in the first game of the year, right? Yeah, I did immediately yesterday. I go, oh my God, if that was the first regular season game, that would have been devastating, I think, for a team like the Jaguars. If that was the first drive of the first game, you go down there and then you do something just, self-inflicted. Self-inflicted. So, really, I wonder, do you think we'll have some cuts this week across the league?
One
more to go.
You would think.
Yeah.
I mean, Jags specifically, we'll see. I mean, Liam Cohen's figuring this out for the first time.
Sure.
But I would think they probably wouldn't want to take everybody to that joint practice.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like that move would be, today or tomorrow. So
yeah.
If it's not tomorrow, then maybe they will go with all 90 dudes. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But I'm with you. I think they start whacking a few guys, and you hear this a lot too. I don't, if you get cut in the first round of cuts, you're probably not going to hook on anywhere else. But you hear a lot of times, well, let's go ahead and whack a few of the guys, and we're doing them a favor early in the process. But again, if you're guy number 90 down to 80, if you didn't make this squad,
probably in trouble.
Yeah, you're probably in a little bit of trouble. So, all right, Jaguars, Saints, probably not a big reason to stay on this thing. Nothing new, I don't think, Casey, unless you've heard something recently on Travis Hunter. Nothing new. Upper body really shutting him down. Be interesting to see. The scrimmage on Thursday is more important than the game on Saturday, I guess. Gosh, don't you wish they could just flip the TV cameras around?
Yeah.
Broadcast Thursday's scrimmage.
More people would watch the practice than the game. Well, people would watch the game, but more people would be interested in what happens in the practice than the game.
Yeah, I would. Just flip that around and broadcast Thursday afternoon or morning or whenever it is down in Miami, Dolphins and Jags, and then to hell with the Saturday. That Saturday's going to be brutal, right? It's going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be brutal. I kid around all the time, but there'll be a lot of guys playing on Saturday that you will see in about 2 weeks when you go to update your phone at T-Mobile. They'll be selling your phone at T-Mobile, but good for them. They got the experience and made you make a paycheck, make several paychecks when you're in camp. And gosh, the last time I looked, it was this year. The last time I looked, trying off the top of my head, the practice squad salaries, and there's a minimum, and then there's a years in the league that you get bumped up. The practice squad weekly salary was like $13,500 weekly.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and then years in the league, I think if you're 3 or more, they have to pay you $16,000.
Nice.
If you make it. So yeah, just one of the reasons I remember that, my buddy Chris Doring, who I think Doring, the great college receiver at Florida, who was actually, I think, a 7th round draft pick of the Jaguars way back, maybe year one or year two. I think Doring was actually a pick here, and he didn't make the team. He tried out, but I remember talking to Doring, and back then we were talking, and he said, "Yeah, you get $9,000 a week.
Not bad.
You stay on the practice squad or if you stay on the practice squad all year.
Yeah,
you could do a lot worse than." And obviously, if you're making the practice squad, you haven't had a big bonus baby contract.
Correct.
So, that was in 95, 96 when Doring
So if you're getting 16 now, if you've been legal a little bit, times 18 is 288.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
You do worse.
300,000 basically.
Casey, I don't make that.
No, I'm with you.
I don't make that, but yeah, it's a practice squad. And then your dream's still alive. You're on the practice squad.
I mean, yeah, you're probably 2 injuries away.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you might be 1 injury away from getting elevated.
Yeah,
and then you're 1 play away from getting in the game.
Sure, and then you're also 1 phone call away from somebody else says, "Hey, man,
yeah,
we're thin at your position. We're yanking you off that.
Yeah.
We've put a claim in on you, and your home team did not grab you.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a plane ticket waiting on you."
It happens.
Yeah, stranger things have happened. All right, we got a lot to get to today as we are going through the game plan. 4:30 today, Mike Freed, our resident comedian, will take it out of bounds, the lighter side of sports. Boy, we got some crazy stuff that has happened in and around the world of sports, because it is still sports. It's not the end of the world. We like to have some fun with Mike Freed, our out of bounds segment. Brent Beaird, 5:30. A lot of bouncing around, including one of my favorite coaches is talking about getting back into the game. He's just a fun guy. Ed Orgeron.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Urban Meyer.
No, I did not like Urban. I'm not an anti-Urban guy. I mean,
probably not really a fun guy, though.
Yeah, I get that. But Ed Orgeron, he's been retired a couple years, got a big settlement, like $17 million. He had to, what was the famous quote, and I'll mangle it, but he said at his firing press conference, one of the people, "Hey, Ed, how'd it happen? How'd you get notified they weren't bringing you back? They wanted to show you the door." He said, "Yeah, they reached out to me and said, they're going to pay me $17 million to vacate the head coaching job at LSU." He said, "What time do you want me to clean my office out?"
Ain't that the truth?
And then he's been spotted, and he's posted some pictures where he's laying around with a Blondie.
Yeah, he's had a good run.
Yeah, has a good run. He's a really good coach. In terms of position coach, he was known as one of the best D-line coaches in the business, and absolute top-shelf recruiter.
I believe that.
I mean, Eddie O could go in and get you now. I would be curious, and we'll talk to Brent Beaird about Ed Orgeron. He just kind of came out in an article and said, "Hey, man, I'm getting the itch again. I want to go." I'm curious. I don't know this. It's just my thought. I'm wondering, does he just want to become somebody's coordinator? Or do you think he wants the whole enchilada of being the head coach at a college again?
If you were the head coach of a national championship winning team, do you really think you want to go back and coach a position or a coordinator?
And that was my thought as well. But I wonder if he's just getting the itch and he wants to coach, he misses the locker room. Does he say, "Yeah, I don't really want the police calls at 2 a.m. coming to me and the learn the NIL and salary cap"? I don't know. I think he's valuable though. I think if he could tell me he'll give me 5 years. Yeah. The right program. I mean, again, who was the guy we were kicking around? Jimbo Fisher. Mm-hmm. Jimbo Fisher's a good coach. Jimbo Fisher can. I think he's got a short lifespan. He drives you nuts, I think, in the office and around the office, but if Jimbo Fisher wants to get in, he says he does. I think Jimbo, if the NC State job opened, if the Kentucky, like we were saying last week, Ed Orgeron. If Ed Orgeron looked me in the eyeballs and said, "I'll give you 5 years," I don't want somebody 2 years. Okay, the itch is gone.
Right.
I'm hiring again. But if Ed Orgeron could say, "You know what? My battery's recharged. Kentucky,
North Carolina." Love to give that Kentucky job away.
Yeah. But
to everybody.
That level. Yeah, you're right. But that level, the NC State, that level, Texas Tech. Well, they're throwing money around now, but that level of Power 4. He doesn't want to go to. I don't think he wants to go to Southern Miss.
Probably not.
But I could see if he looked me in the eye and said, "Mr. President, Mr. Athletic Director, I'm here minimum 5. I could probably give you 7, 8. If things, you could do a lot worse than Ed Orgeron, I think. What is he? He's probably about mine. He's probably about 60.
I'll look it up.
He's right at 60.
I feel like if I was an AD, I'd be more willing to hire Ed Orgeron than I would Jimbo Fisher.
Maybe. I don't think he's going to be sitting in my office every Monday morning complaining about this and asking for that.
Yeah, I just feel like Jimbo, you get like some stuff with it.
Yeah.
Like he's going to say some goofy things.
Probably.
Like Orgeron, I feel like everything you're going to get, there may be some goofiness, but like I feel like it's all going to be like kind of funny, goofy.
I'm with you. One of the things I love about him, and you get
He's
the
64,
feeling.
by the way.
64, okay, a little older than I thought. But one of the things I think you get with Jimbo is where you're beating around the bush there. Jimbo looks like the guy that's going to complain a lot, and we need this, and what about that? And,
yeah, just that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And again, I like Jimbo for the most part. I think he's a pretty good coach, good college coach. But he looks like one of those guys. He comes across as one of those guys that in the workplace, he's got about a 5-year lifespan, and his own secretary is ready to kill him.
Yeah.
You know, the guy that runs the parking lot at practice is ready to kill him. Mm-hmm. You know, that guy. Mm-hmm. That guy probably doesn't mean it. He's just kind of got that little. If he was a dog, he'd be a little chihuahua. You know, sure. He'd be the little dog barking at the big dog.
Makes sense.
You know, that guy. But we'll ask Brent Beaird. He'll have some thoughts on that. A lot of college football to get to. Major League Baseball. We are now at a 6-week sprint to the finish line, and you better start making your moves now. If you're thinking division and or wild card, with Casey, we've got about 38 games or so left. You don't want to be back trying to gain 6 or 7 games in 38.
Nah.
You need to get this bad. You need to start heading the right direction to set up for a charge. Yankees, Dodgers, Mets. Good weekend. Needed it. How about the Dodgers? Gosh darn, they went into the weekend down 1, swept the Padres up 2.
Yep.
Yankees needed it. Mets needed it. We'll get into baseball as we go. I told you about Mike Freed. We'll get with Mike at the bottom of the hour. He's got some funny stuff. He pulled up a lot of good stuff. If we get to it, we have some sports history, this state and sports history, including, and this second topic I'm bringing up here doesn't necessarily have to be right now, today, but the 1980 baseball season. And we've talked about George Brett a lot. I think George Brett is one of the great hitters. If you listed top 25 hitters, just raw hitters, could really hit. We had his Pine Tar game a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Today, in 1980, and man, I've got a lot of good stuff. Actually, Casey, well, let's stay with it. You're a baseball guy. I want to stay with this real quick. This date in 1980. Now, keep in mind where we're at. What are we, August?
18th.
18th. Okay, this date, 1980. George Brett, he took his batting average over 400.
Jeez.
This late in the year.
That's insane.
1980. So here's some stuff from that 80 season. Started out, and he was a great hitter. It started out average as can be. First month of the season in 1980, George Brett hit 259. He had an ankle injury. He missed 35 games. He gets back in the lineup, and July 10th, he goes on a 7-week red-hot tear. He opens up, when he got back in the lineup, 17 for 29, 6 doubles, a triple. He has runs during this 7-week run. He has runs of 7 for 14, 7 for 16, 8 for 17. In a 6-game homestand, he was 13 for 24. After that 7-week run, he was at 401. His 37-game run during those weeks, he hit like 473. He was at 407 with 36 games left. So basically this point in the season, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
He went over. So he was at 407 with 36 games. September 19th, he was at 400 with 14 games left. He finished. He had one stretch where he went into a slump, and it was in the last couple weeks. He hit 148. He finished the final 2 weeks of the season hitting 304 for those 2 weeks. He finished his season 390. And he was over 400 deep into August, where we're at now.
Give me that. So today in history to when did he start going off?
Well, he started going off July 10th.
July 10th, let's call it. Okay.
He had like a 7-week just ridiculous red hot.
All right, so July 10th to today, he hit 477. 517 on base, so more than half the time. 748 slugging, OPS of 1.2.
Isn't that incredible?
47 RBIs and 38 in those 38 games. Only struck out 3 times.
I saw that. 3 in those 37 games, 38 games.
Yep.
Against big league pitching.
Some would say the best, yeah.
3 strikeouts. Nobody's gotten that. Tony Gwynn had a high average kind of late, but this was legitimately threat to Ted Williams. The last 400 hitter. 390 he finished, and he went cold the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, he did. Looks like it.
Oh, my goodness. Had to get that out. By the way, this date also, kind of a double dip. This date in 1983, we talked about the Pine Tar. That game was completed. You know that you always hear, particularly in Little League, we're going to protest. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever protests, and nobody ever won. That Pine Tar game was protested, and they had to finish it up. The commissioner said, no. He said, wait a minute. The rule about Pine Tar is in place for economics. And people said, what? He said, the rule about Pine Tar isn't on the books because it gives a team or a player a physical advantage. The rule for Pine Tar is because it has it could discolor the ball. You got Pine Tar too high, and they're going to go through a bunch of baseballs.
Interesting.
So they made that was his ruling. Lee McPhail, I think it was. They had to find an off day. Yankees and Royals had to play it took 12 minutes to finish the game because the Royals were about to win anyway.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but that was one of the. I don't know if I've ever heard a protest upheld.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, but they had to go back. It took 12 minutes to play that game.
What a waste of time.
Yeah. It said that the commissioner McPhail, he got with all of his baseball people, and they tried to run all kinds of scenarios that they thought Billy Martin, Yankees manager, might pull, because he hated it. He didn't want to have to play the game. Right. He thought no, he cheated, and Martin tried to protest. They said there was a big controversy. Did he touch all the bases? So they went back. But there was a big controversy in the game. And to protest, sort of, Billy Martin, on that remake, 12-minute extra, finished the game. He took Don Mattingly, left-handed first baseman. He played second, put guys in weird positions.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, because they was just trying to thumb his nose at the commissioner.
I like it.
Yeah. How about that? But they ended up having to play that game, finish
I didn't know
it.
that.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's stupid.
Because I guess, yeah, they had to go back and play it. It was nuts. All right. We've got Brent Beaird, as I said, 5:30. Mike Freed coming up in a few minutes. We've got, we'll keep the Jaguar talk going if you guys would like. We've got college football, a lot of news and notes, Major League Baseball. We've got to dive in. Got a lot of good college football. By the way, it's college football week.
Oh, they play this week?
Well, real games.
What we got?
Real games. Nobody great.
Hey, love the sound of that.
Saturday. There's about 10 games, though, but they count. They count. Let me get back to it real quick. One game does have 2 ranked teams, though.
Is this like week 00?
This is, double, triple, probation 0.
All right, we got
Iowa State, Kansas State. That's 22 versus 17.
Look at that.
That's noon on Saturday, the 23rd, coming up. So we are in college football game week. Legitimate. Not practice anything, not preseason.
Looks like Dan Mullen plays some football.
Yeah.
Is he UNLV?
Yeah, he's at UNLV, yeah. But that's really the only game, and that's the Dublin game. That's the game that FSU flew 4,000 miles and got beat by Georgia Tech last year.
That's right.
But yeah, you look at the schedule. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm showing 5 games.
I'm seeing 5 as well.
And it's Division I games, but nothing real. Stanford. What are they going to look like? Their coach got canned in February. Andrew Luck and Frank Reich. Frank Reich is the interim coach.
Why would you schedule Hawaii?
Yeah,
because to be serious, it can't be an easy trip to go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And the only thing, like if they lose that game, they'll be the laughing stock.
And even starting from California, it's
far.
That's way down there.
That's a lot of travel, and you have nothing to gain. If you beat them, you're supposed to.
Yeah.
If you lose, you get laughed at for losing to Hawaii.
Come
on, Andrew.
Hawaii is a 2.5-point favorite.
Oh yeah.
How about that? By the way,
amazing.
Timmy Chang, remember that name? Threw for 1 million yards for Hawaii, quarterback.
Kind of.
15 years. He's their head coach there. But, Frank Reich got called by Andrew Luck, who was the AD, or is the AD. Mm-hmm. The acting AD or general manager, whatever they call that.
Yeah, general manager.
So Stanford's a mess. But you're right, man. You jump on that plane, and still, if I know Hawaii plays decent football, and we see the line, you have to admit, though, what you just said is so true. If Sunday you see that thing scroll across, Hawaii 31, Stanford 17, you go, good Lord.
You're getting made fun of.
Yes, you are.
I would not play that game.
The Rainbows.
I would not schedule that game.
Rainbows got you. They're not the Rainbow Warriors anymore, right? They're just the Rainbows.
Is that real?
I think they got knocked out. Yeah, they used to be Rainbow Warriors.
It still says Rainbow Warriors.
Oh, they're still the Rainbow Warriors? All right. Like it. Like it a lot. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, see if Mr. Freed is here. We're going to make you laugh. Hopefully, if we bring a comedian on, we should make you laugh. We'll try. If not, we'll get a new comedian, right?
We could do that.
Speaking of, did we talk about Bargetzi? You didn't go, did you?
I did not go.
Sold out. I didn't go, but I worked at that Friday morning. It was a supposedly great show. Funny guy. Funny guy. All right, one segment down. Long way to go. We take it to 6 o'clock. Stay with us right here on the Young Norvelle Show, right here on Action Sports Jax.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jax Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate. guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with That One Painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Oh, Albert. Oh, Albert the Alligator, ready to go. College football. By the way, it is college football week.
Is that right? What does that mean?
That means this week we've got real games.
Oh, I got you. Did we start then?
This coming Saturday.
But it's still a whole season, right? It's not just a week this year?
Yeah, they're going to, I think, take it week to week.
I got you. That makes sense. They could just do single elimination.
That guy right there is Mike Freed, if he lets me introduce him.
Mike Freed, is that my camera?
It is time.
Am I on camera one?
Is that you?
Hey. Hello, person.
Yeah, that's you.
People.
Time to go out of bounds. We do it a lot of times on Monday with either side of sports. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I know we've had NFL, but that's fake football.
Yeah.
Preseason.
Oh, really? You're more of a college guy, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not real.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
This is real game week.
Yeah.
These games coming up Saturday are real games.
Right.
There's only like 5.
Right.
And then following Saturday is a massive. College football starts. There are tons of games.
Yeah. Which game are you looking forward to the most this weekend?
This weekend, there's only one matchup
that you care about.
Number 22 Iowa State. Number 17 Kansas State. Nothing else is anything compelling.
Huh.
The following Saturday.
That didn't sound all that compelling to be honest.
Well, it's 2 ranked teams.
Yeah.
Two top 20.
They are now.
Top 25 teams. So they're good. Iowa State, Kansas State. I mean, from that conference, Arizona State made the playoff last year.
Yeah.
You know, somebody could get in, if you win their conference.
They should be good. There's nothing else to do out there.
Yeah, no doubt. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. A little wet.
Nate Bargatze?
Nate Bargatze was great. I got to meet Nate Bargatze. He was a class act, really nice guy. I knew a person who knew his personal chef, so they got us backstage, and he couldn't have been nicer. Actually,
how did you go backstage? Because you had a circular stage.
Yeah, you had to you had to cross the but you know who was back there? It was just me, people I was with, Trevor Lawrence, and the entire offensive line.
All went to see the show?
Well, they were all backstage.
And went out, yeah.
I didn't fanboy on him, but I did take a picture of Nate with him in the background.
Absolutely packed, right? 14,000.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's such a talent to be able to do something so small as comedy and yet to entertain whatever.
I did the mornings. I did 4 hours that Friday setup. And
you were there? Okay.
I didn't go to the show, but in the morning I helped do the setup. I love the circular in the middle stage.
Yeah.
And that's how you can get the biggest crowd because you don't have a back.
Yeah, I mean, that's whatever. Bon Jovi, Kiss, they're not going to sell as much because they're going to have more stage.
Yeah. And they'll be pushed, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A circular stage in the middle.
Yeah.
Number one, there's 2,100 chairs on the floor, but you can sell the whole bowl.
Right.
Because normally the stage is at one end, and you can't really sell those.
What do you think? Is like 18,000 by the time they're done?
About 14.
Is that all? Okay.
14.
So that's got to be max.
12. Yeah. Oh, it was.
I mean, that's the most you'll ever get in there.
Every seat had an ass in it. Yeah, and then 2,100 more.
But I mean, that's the most seats you could get in that venue too.
There's a little over, as I understand it, a little over 12,000 hard seats.
Okay.
In the whole place.
So they added 2,100.
And then they added because they had floor.
Yeah, it was fascinating. It was fascinating too because I was talking as we were standing backstage to the people that were breaking it down, including the guy who was in charge of the whole setup. You know how many? Maybe you know since you were there. You know how many tractor trailers they bring on the road for that set, which is, it's a comedy set.
It's not I know a lot of your big rock and roll groups that will come in. I mean, they'll have 14, 15, 16. How many he had?
It was 7, but for comedy, I mean, all they had was a stage.
He doesn't have pyro.
Yeah. Like, what could they possibly?
I mean, like Carrie Underwood and stuff will come through, and they'll have 16 semi trucks.
I don't know how that works. I mean, he does bring his own sound system, whatever that is. Maybe that's a truck, 2 trucks. I don't know. It's crazy, but he couldn't have been nicer. Really nice guy who's done it the right way.
Did he? Was some of his set stuff you've seen online or
No, I think it was all new. I'll try out some new stuff.
He's so smooth, isn't he? He's so smooth. His delivery's great. He's every man observation.
Yeah, he's great. He's clean, and I love. He's the second person I've seen do that in the round. Shane Gillis did it as well. And what's cool is they just work the entire crowd. They keep walking around like they're a hand on a clock.
And that brings every seat personal.
Yeah, you only get
You're
his butt for a little while.
You're facing this guy. Yeah. You're facing this lady.
I don't think I'd want to sit in the nosebleeds for comedy in the arena, though. I was sitting pretty close. That was fine. But comedy's meant to be in a small venue.
How long did he go?
His was about an hour set, but he had 1, 2, 3 folks who opened for him.
I know he had 3 hours.
Yeah, and they started late. Interestingly enough, traffic was the worst I'd ever seen getting downtown.
Well, Casey and I have talked about it. Last week is the first week of school,
Yeah.
and certainly the afternoon traffic. I wasn't out last week in the morning,
right?
But the afternoon traffic, you could tell.
This was just the downtown traffic, just from Jefferson Street to downtown took us about 45 minutes, and they started the show 45 minutes late. Nate, again tying into sports, threw out the first pitch for the jumbo shrimp, so he wasn't in any hurry to get started anyway.
No. Oh, we got a lot of fun stuff to get to.
Yeah.
You were, I thought it was pretty interesting. You sent some stuff over the weekend. You were kind of taken by Canadian football. Had a pass knocked down by
the goalpost.
And did you know any of that? Because we've talked about this.
I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often. I mean, the story was written as if it was unusual, but
Canadian.
Yeah, so the goalpost to set it up, and apparently you've talked about it before. I must have missed that episode, but the goalpost is
over the years
near the front of
it's on the goal line.
But then there's 20 yards or so behind it, 10 yards, 20 yards.
Canadian football end zone is 20 yards deep instead of 10.
Okay, so it's
which
on.
Which is kind of why, and their goal post is on the goal line.
So you can use the goalpost to be like a pick.
No, if it yes, if the ball touches it, it's dead.
Right.
The tie-in is, and we've had this, and it still blows me away. Our age, the National Football League. Yeah, that guy. The NFL.
Yeah.
Up until '74.
Right.
They had the goalpost on the goal.
Is that because high school had it that way, and they just were playing on high school fields back in the
really
olden
don't
days?
know, but the Dolphins. There's been one
because high school's not that way, right?
No.
Okay.
In the end zone. The CFL, basically the reason they do it, their end zone's 20 yards.
Right.
If they had it in the back, nobody ever try a field goal.
Right.
Because you're so far away when you put the ball, and then you got 20 yards.
But it's got to be dangerous running around the goalpost in between the players.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the story was that
one of the most famous, maybe the most famous season in the history of the NFL, the Dolphins went 17-0. There's only been one modern era football team that went undefeated. And they're playing the Super Bowl. They end up beating the Redskins 14-7. Redskins were making
painful for me.
The Redskins were making a hell of a comeback.
Yeah.
And they're taking over the game. And this was 70.
Yeah.
Like the final year, the goalpost was still on the goal line.
Yeah.
And young people go, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You can see."
Right.
Billy Kilmer, I think, was the quarterback. They played 2 for the Redskins. They're driving. They're going straight down the field, and they're about to take the lead late in the game. We're talking fourth quarter. The tight end for the Redskins, Jackie Smith, I think it was, could not have been any more open in the end zone. Could not have been any more open. He is facing the quarterback. He's just going to catch. The pass hits the goalpost.
Yeah, the crossbar or the.
I think the crossbar.
Yeah, because it's not that's a lot of potential for interference, and really, it's just a part of the field you can't use.
So you thought that was pretty cool, though, that the goalpost still in Canadian is on the goal.
Well, and you say it's dead if it hits it, but this was an interception, right?
I think it was just dead.
Oh, maybe it played out as an interception, but they didn't. Through quirky interception you'll never see in the NFL is what the story says. Let's see what.
You won't see it anymore. You could have seen it in the NFL.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting.
I'll tell you another little difference between college football and the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of NFL. I don't know if you can picture a standard NFL, the logo, the NFL emblem. All brown, all one color. College has 2 white stripes. Theoretically, to see the ball at night.
Yeah, it's a different ball too, right?
Different ball. Ball.
Bigger ball, right?
Bigger balls. I loved your
the Bob story.
Yes,
that was interesting.
Tell about
it's surprising that
baseball.
It's surprising that it's surprising. Would you believe that baseball has not had a person who goes by the name of Bob? It could obviously there's plenty of Roberts.
It's a great story.
But the Rays caught up prospect Bob Seymour on Thursday They inadvertently ended one of Major League Baseball's greatest droughts, lacking players who go by Bob. How long do you think it's been?
15 years. I had to look it up.
Yeah, it's been.
There hasn't been anyone that goes by the name of Bob in Major League Baseball
Isn't that
in
crazy?
15 years. That is absolute. We're not talking Aloysius or something here.
No, Bob.
Bob.
I don't know how many Robs there have been or Roberts, but it would have made me at some point want to just, if I was a Robert, just go by Bob. Yeah, in fact, if I was Mike, I'd go by Bob.
He didn't know it.
Yeah.
He didn't know it.
15 years.
If he stays on the team for a while, you got to have Bob Day, don't you? Everybody that can
I
show their
guess.
ID.
Yeah.
If your ID's not Robert, if your ID says Bob, you're in for free.
Yeah. So apparently, here's the thing. According to the story, is that there are less people named Robert who are going by Bob, and probably a lot. Well, I don't know. I would think younger people would, and baseball players are younger.
I think Robert is a cycling out name too. Robert slash Bob. That's the short.
I know some Bobs, and Bobby's a good baseball name.
But you're 62 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not.
What I'm saying is, there are much more Trevors, I think, born today than Robert. Robert was Robert's like Betty.
Right, but that's just you get
Carol.
to choose your nickname, and it's usually Bob or Bobby or Rob or Robbie.
Yeah.
Latest Bob was drafted by the Rays in the 13th round, 21 MLB. So yeah, he's been there around, but he wasn't caught up until this past Thursday.
Isn't that cool though? Nobody that goes by Bob for 15 years. You know how many players that is?
That's an odd one. I wonder if they're betting on that in Vegas.
Man.
Yeah. Probably don't bet on things like that.
Great. You had another good. I was too lazy. I should have sent over, or you could have helped me and sent over some of the. Hey Casey, can we pull this? Can we pull?
I wouldn't know where to send them.
How about the baseball pitcher that gets the bug in his mouth?
Yeah, that's always fun. I guess that happens. You would know if you're playing on a field. There's lights coming down.
Have you ever? I've been jogging.
Yeah.
And your mouth's open.
Yeah.
I've had bug fly in my mouth.
But
this guy's in the middle of a windup.
And he hits a home run. He hits a home run after swallowing a fly. Doesn't let it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe the fly helped.
Have you ever been running and I've had that?
I've gotten
a fly, a bug will go up your nose.
Yeah. Certainly running. It's common. And I would think playing baseball, especially at night with the lights, because you're pretty much just a big mosquito trap, aren't you?
You think
you're probably getting
sweaty.
bit a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. You played baseball. I'm asking you.
Yeah. I was so fast.
You really the bugs.
Really fast guy.
Yeah. They were probably sweeter smelling players than you too.
Maybe I had some skin so soft.
Never though. Never swallowed a bug.
No, I do remember running a couple times. And that's terrible.
Right.
That's terrible. You're like, did I spit it out? Did I swallow it?
Yeah.
Was it a bee?
Yeah. That's what would you do though at that point? Would you stop swinging or would you just stay in your zone?
Have you ever been running again? I've run a lot. You get a bug in your eye, a little gnat gets in your eye.
Yeah, I usually wear sunglasses. I mean, if it's
drive you nuts.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, not at all.
So now we got some stories about just dumb people, or at least people making dumb mistakes publicly. We got a ESPN analyst. It's a female, but it doesn't really matter, I don't suppose. She's talking it up. I'm waiting for this story to load. But
I know. Are you talking about Sanders?
Yeah, she's talking it up with an influencer who shows up wearing a Sanders shirt. Now it's blue and white or blue and silver.
Honolulu blue. Detroit Lions blue.
Yeah, exactly. It's all those things. And she's like, before we get started, I just got to ask you. So you're a fan of Shedeur? Shedeur, is that how you pronounce his name? Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
And it was Stephen A. Smith. And
the other guest wearing it was a comedian.
A comedian, influencer. Yeah. And he's like, what? And then she tried to play it off because he's like, no, this is this is Barry Sanders.
And it said Sanders on the front.
Yeah. It was Monica McNutt.
Honolulu blue.
Yeah.
And Shedeur played. Shedeur from Colorado.
Yeah, sure.
Black and gold.
Yeah, very.
And he's with the Browns right now.
Right, completely different colors.
Nothing blue.
I mean, I guess you could wear whatever you want, but yeah, the dude's name is what's the dude's name?
One name guy.
Drusky. Druski.
And
he was on First Take wearing a blue jersey with the name Sanders, number 20, and number 20 as well. Which most NFL fans would immediately recognize as a jersey of Detroit running back legend Barry Sanders.
99 out of 100 would say Barry Sanders.
Yeah, she had no clue. She says, all right, so the jersey, let's get into it, McNutt said. Obviously, this ties to one Shedeur Sanders. And he's like, no.
Yeah.
cutting her off. This is Barry Sanders, and she apologizes, but she tries to tie it off by saying the tie. And come on, the tie. He was wearing a tie apparently. That must be Shador, and they didn't let her off the hook at all.
Good.
Now here's another dummy. If you want to talk about dummies. Julian Edelman. And I'm not sure. I think I might give him a pass on this. Cause
I watched this one, too. I don't know if it was as bad as...
Yeah, tell me if you come to the same conclusion I did. He says I'm not good at math, and he's trying to give an answer which is 68. So he says, to the person he's speaking with, well, what is 2 minus 70? And they're like, you mean 70 minus 2, right? Because you can't take...
He was trying to reference how many times a quarterback got sacked a year
Right,
before.
you could have just said 68. Yeah.
I didn't quite understand how he threw the 70 in.
Why even start? Well,
and he just grabbed that.
I think he was trying to be condescending and say, I'm not good in math, but what is 2 minus 70? Now, I think what he meant to say, I was thinking it through, is what is 2 minus from 70? Or 2 taken away from 70?
Yeah.
But he said 2 minus 70, so he sounded like a dummy, and everybody thinks football players are dumb.
Yeah, Julian Edelman.
Julian Edelman,
Little receiver. For...
Yeah, not even the dumbest Patriot. I think we think Gronk is the dumbest, right?
Yeah, he's got a good start on it, probably.
Yeah,
Gronk.
yeah. Was he with the Colts, too? No?
Gronk?
No, Edelman.
Oh, Edelman might have been. I don't think his whole career was...
Yeah.
His best career was...
With the Patriots. Yeah, anybody played with. Tom Brady had their best career there, didn't they? Other than... Fred Taylor.
That Nikki Glazer, who's dirty kind of.
Yeah, she does the roast.
Yeah, she does all the roast, and Gronk's on a set of one of the roasts, and she I can't remember how she gets to it about money, but she's got Gronk think money real or crypto or something, because Gronk comes off as a.
Yeah, I wonder if he is that dumb or he just sounds dumb. Yeah.
I told you he'd show up at JU a lot. When I was working at JU, his brother, Gordy, played first base for JU.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Big dude. And like weekend series.
He played baseball there when you played there?
His brother.
Right.
No, when I was working radio there, doing all the games.
Gotcha.
And Gronk would come one weekend. The story, come see his brother play. Stayed the weekend with some buddies.
Yeah,
they stayed at the beach, and they kicked it pretty good. The stories were pretty good.
Yeah.
And I looked out the press box because hey, Gronk's here to see Gordy. I look out, and him and these other meathead-looking guys, shirts off, getting sun.
Yeah,
down
his posse.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Gronk. He looks like he'd be fun though.
It looks like he'd be very fun.
Yeah, be a fun guy to hang out. Oh, you got a couple more?
Well, just one more. Do you have the video of the Jaguars fan and the Saints fan?
I thought about getting that, but I just hate all the fights you see on the internet. But what was the deal with it? Yesterday's it's a preseason game. A Jaguar and a Saint fan get into it.
I mean, at least we won that one. It was not a tie.
Yeah, they get into it, man. But
you don't really know. It's a great video as always. There's always a good video, and one guy wants up with no pants on.
Now.
Yeah. Well, alcohol does that, I suppose.
Yes,
if you've got alcohol, testosterone, and you're a big person, I don't have several of those things, so pretty much I'm safe. People are safe around me.
I almost sent it over to Casey, but I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, I'm on the.
No, we talked about it last week. I
get tired of all these. We had the golf fight.
I mean,
they're everywhere. Everybody's fighting in our society.
I know. Can't we all just get along?
Really?
Yeah.
But do you feel that way? I'm just tired of two people somewhere, and of course somebody's going to film it.
Right.
Everybody gets in fights now.
I think it's like this.
Fighting's not cool.
I went on a hot air balloon ride once, and as I'm about ready to get on the hot air balloon, I say to the guy, "Now, do these things catch on fire that often? Because I've seen videos of these things catching on fire." And he said they don't catch on fire that often, but when they do, there's always a video camera rolling.
Nice.
So I think that's the thing with fights. There's no more fights than usual.
You think?
It's just there's video cameras.
And I hate if I'm at a concert or a sporting event.
Right.
Even if the fight doesn't involve me, my people.
Yeah.
If it's in my space, it affects me. I don't want to see that.
Well, when you're a big guy like you and me, you feel like you got to get involved and break it up. Right, people are looking to you.
But do you feel that way? Like if
it affects your mood.
If 5 rows down and 12 seats over, that's too close. I don't want to see that. You've infringed on my time.
I mean, it's a split thing because for the first thing is people are like, should I watch this? This is interesting. It's almost like you're watching a TV show, and then you're like, oh no, these are real people hurting each other. It's not good.
Yeah. I hope I don't bury myself here on this, but I don't have any recollection, clue, idea about the Dennis Rodman.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it.
Yeah, I don't know her name either.
Yella? What?
Yeah, Yella. I'm guessing
I have no idea
a girlfriend.
what a Yella is.
It's a female version of Dennis Rodman,
Could
I
you
suppose.
tell, was that his girlfriend? And what was this story about? I couldn't figure this story out.
They now have a reality TV show because,
Everybody does.
why not? But yeah, they've announced that they're gearing up to take their talents to the streaming world. They've revealed that they will be hopping on a special stream with N3, whatever the heck that is, on Saturday, August 16th afternoon before doing their official first stream the following day on the 17th.
Is there any, special thing in this story? Just announcing they have a podcast?
Yeah, they're going to dive into real talk moments, share stories of longevity and resilience, and open up about what it takes to stay confident in the spotlight.
What has Dennis Rodman ever done over longevity?
Well, I think just staying alive for a guy like him, it's probably he's in the over versus the under, don't you think? They launched a YouTube channel together in 2023, so they are a couple. While it only has 3 videos and hasn't seen any new posts since that year.
What year was it?
That was 2023.
Yeah, they're slowly dipping their toe into it.
But he does have 2 tattoos of Yella, so that sounds like it's a relationship that's going to stick around for a while.
Casey, should we know who Yella is?
He's Dennis Rodman.
Meh.
And hopefully I'm not saying something dirty, and that's code for it.
Yeah, no, that's her name apparently. Probably not her given name.
Have you ever seen? You probably haven't, but I think it was that. What was the? Didn't Jordan have a series? They ESPN did a long thing on
him,
the Bulls and Jordan.
Yeah, sure.
What was that thing called?
Last Dance.
Last Dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Last Dance. If you ever saw that, it was really good.
Yeah, it was very good.
Very long.
I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Wasn't that where they followed Dennis Rodman around a lot because he was all active?
Yeah, he was pouting,
and he was literally playing a game, ending, jumping on a private plane, going to Vegas.
Yeah.
He went to Vegas between games.
Oh yeah, and then just didn't show up
with 24 hours before the next game.
Yeah, he just did his thing, but they let him do his thing.
Yeah. Rebound in full.
Yeah.
But just jump on a plane on a Tuesday, go to Vegas after a 7 o'clock game, get done at 11, get on a plane about midnight, just go to Vegas to put in a few hours.
Right.
Get back on a plane and then kind of fly back to Chicago or wherever they're playing and go straight to the arena.
Yeah. Isn't that what you used to do when you played?
Yes. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, he was his own person, but a lot of those guys were doing stuff like that. He just did it to a different extreme.
I guess.
Yeah.
Imagine if they had planes like when Babe Ruth was playing.
Yeah, that's true. They would just go down to the corner
Who knows
or
what
find somebody
he would have done. Do you have another one?
I don't. I was trying to find more information on Yella, but this
Nothing
studio is so high tech that it has no
Let me see
signal. Here it is. His girlfriend. They've been going steady since 2022.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. It's just...
Has he had a girlfriend since 2022?
Yeah, I think who she is... Oh, she's a rapper.
I was going to say, you got to be...
A rapper, and has released singles like Eyes Roll Back.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and Ride the Wave. They seems to be a certain genre.
A popular rapper, model, social media influencer, because everybody has to be that.
That is a thing.
Internet
Anybody can
personality.
be that. Yeah.
Content creator.
She's mainly his girlfriend, I think.
Celebrity partner and public figure.
Yeah, that's
She
cool.
is known as the girlfriend of legendary former American basketball
What would I have
player.
to do to marry a famous female athlete? Like, is that hard? It's hard to do. I mean, got to find one that plays for this team. But
you know who you should marry?
Who should I marry?
It'd be cool to see y'all together.
Yeah, thanks. Somebody really tall, I'm guessing.
Angel Reese.
Is she tall?
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I've dated,
Nobody likes her,
I've dated
and everybody
people
likes
taller.
you.
Yeah, that's true. I could help with. That's why I
Yeah.
could be that person. I could be the whatever that chick is for Bill Belichick. I could help manage her. I'd be a lawyer. I'd be good at that. You know who had a lawyer? Spouse. Didn't one of the tennis players. Maybe one. Oh no. Kerrigan, Nancy Kerrigan. Her husband is or was. I don't know if he's still her husband. But through all that,
Did he represent?
She married her lawyer, basically.
Is that
yeah,
right?
Yeah, none of my clients have ever married me.
Yeah. Have you ever crossed the line?
No, never.
No?
Never.
Is there anybody in jail today?
Nobody yet.
Get
Nobody,
close?
Not even close. I didn't even go into the office. I worked from home today, so there was no one to jail, just my daughter.
Why did you stay home?
Seemed like the thing to do today.
Do you have to clear that with the bosses?
No, I mean, I'm one of the owners of the firm, so
okay.
as long as I get the work done.
I guess right.
I can do it from anywhere.
How
Didn't have
many
any court hearings
cases do
today.
you have active you right now?
Me? Probably work on about 30 or 40 at any given time.
30 or 40?
Yeah, but they're in different stages of activity, maybe more.
Can you like, if I said Brown versus Smith, would you know?
Oh, if it's one of my cases?
Yeah.
I could probably tell you about a case I worked on 17 years ago. I mean,
Yeah?
at least to some degree of
Do you have a
specificity.
good paralegal that keeps up with all that stuff?
Yeah, we have a pool of paralegals I draw from. I have a good legal assistant who's wonderful. I had one for 22 years who passed away, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
That's all right. It's been a little while. But I've had another one for a better part of a year, and she's great.
Now, are you going to lose her to becoming a lawyer herself?
No. I mean,
She doesn't want to go that route?
no, that's not usually the route. Legal assistance is, it's especially one like her who's been doing it a long time. It's a nice traditional role. When I started practicing, you would have like one legal assistant for 2 lawyers.
Yeah.
Now it's like one for like 5 or 6, to be
Oh,
honest.
my.
Because, we got AI, the younger lawyers don't really need assistants. They're really self-reliant.
Yeah. Have you heard how the JU Law School is going? Is it up and running? What's going on?
It's doing very well. JU's Law School. I'm on their advisory board. I've done my little part to help them. I even taught a class there. And great students.
Just went in one day, or you had a semester?
I had a week-long class. It's called a compressed course where I teach for 1 credit hour, 1 week, 3 hours a day.
What was the concept of it?
It's a class I designed called Practical Lawyering for the 21st Century, where I give them some of the soft skills that lawyers need that you don't necessarily pick up in law school.
Like
how to deal with difficult people, how to assess if you're a difficult person, how to be a trusted advisor. Yeah. Your name's Terry Norvelle. you might just be.
How many people were in your week class?
That was 12 students were in that
12?
class. Yeah.
How many passed?
I still have to grade the exam.
Oh, my.
They took their exam on Friday.
Bring it in. That's great.
We'll go over it together.
You got any questions?
You want one of the questions?
Yeah, or is it all, is it?
It was all thoughtful. A lot of it was about, we had some guest speakers come in. It was about what they said. It's about strength finders and really about putting together a business plan for yourself. Probably not the most compelling radio. Let's put it that way.
Took a business law
their
class
school's
at
doing really
JU,
well.
and I liked it.
Yeah, they grew from 14 students in their first year by design to about double that the second year. Now they're up to, I think, 72 students in their 4th year, and their first crop of students.
Did they build a law building?
Beautiful building. They took an existing building downtown, the old Atlantic Bank building. It's as nice as any law school I've ever seen.
Is that the only law school we have in town now since Coastal whatever closed?
Yeah, we need a law school, and we have room for one.
Some of my buddies that are attorneys, they didn't like Coastal. They said they were pumping out too many attorneys, and the attorneys weren't going anywhere. They were just staying here.
Near the end, that's
because you're already in Florida.
Yeah, in the early years, they did things the right way. They got too big, too quick. They were for-profit. And they do what folks do when they're trying to create shareholder value. They admitted a lot of people, and ultimately,
is that right though? They were pumping out so many attorneys, and it wasn't like they were in a cold area of the country.
Right.
They were already in Florida, so none of them left Jacksonville. So there was a glut. They were telling me.
Yeah, I mean their narrative.
Too many shingles being
I mean their narrative is they were looking for non-traditional students that maybe didn't necessarily do well on the LSAT or.
How about sports law? Is there a sports law angle at JU?
I mean, at this point, they're very small, so they're starting with the basics. But
gotcha.
I would not be surprised at some point if they didn't have some opportunity for that.
Because to be an agent, you really need to be.
You don't have to. I mean, I was an NFL certified agent for a period of time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
How'd that go?
I had some players who I was representing in other legal matters. They asked me to get certified near the end of their career, so we bounced around with a few of them and got them some opportunities.
Was it hard to get certified? What entails that to become an agent in the state of Florida?
At least when I did it for the NFL, and each union has their own. The NFL requires you to go at the time to D.C. And stay there for a weekend, take a seminar, take an exam about the NFL players' labor agreement.
Ethics taught as well, kind of, or
yeah, it's all in there about what the rules are, the ethics.
How long was your certificate?
You had to do it year by year. Now you didn't have to take the exam again, but you had to pay a fee, which was not insubstantial. I just wasn't making enough money on it. Yeah, yeah.
To weed out.
Well, it's crazy because at the time, and it's probably even worse now, however many players there are, let's say there's, 3,000 people who could play in the NFL at any given time, something like that. Maybe half of them are. There are more agents, more certified agents than there are players. So, and the top 10 agents have, 10, 20, 30 players. So that leaves 1,000 people to fight over.
You ever want to do it again?
No, I like representing players, and I still do, but I represent them in their business transactions.
So you're not. You never were drawing up, negotiating the contract and stuff like that.
I did that for a little bit, but first you got to try to get them a job, and it's at the time it was only 3% of their player contract. If you're getting somebody near the end of their career and they're making $1 million, $1.5 million, and you're getting 3% of that. And then a lot of them, you're spending a lot of time with some of them, helping them with other things. It becomes more of a babysitting job than a true agency.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But you buried the lead, man.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Lived a lot of. I was probably back in the early 2000s, something like that.
A multitude of sports, or just football?
Just football. Yeah, that's who I was representing. And like I said, you got to go get certified in every union.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You ready to get out of here?
Let's do it.
What do you got? Anything else?
I got nothing.
Nothing? Plan on going to
the
office?
Arguably, I haven't anything to this point.
Do you plan on going to the office tomorrow or any day this week?
You know where I'm going tonight? I'm going to a Zen Buddhist monastery with my daughter who is speaking there. I'm going to support my daughter.
Are you burying the lead again? What the hell's that?
He did bury the lead. Now I'm intrigued.
It's just that.
Zen Buddhist
monastery, yeah.
She's speaking.
She is a Zen Buddhist, and she is. You started with a monastery here in Jacksonville, then became a member of one in Oregon, but she's back, and they want her to.
Sounds like you're going to smoke some pot tonight or something.
No pot smoking at all.
Doesn't it? I mean, a little pot will be smoked. A little dope.
I don't think Buddhists.
I don't know. It just sounds like I should have said that.
It's very chill.
Where would a Zen Buddhist group gather at?
I imagine different places. This one leases space from a Unitarian church over in Arlington.
Is there going to be any incense burnt?
Probably will be some incense, which I'm not a big fan of. I got to be honest.
Will there be any centaur guitar thing being played?
There's usually recorded music being
played. Are you
played.
going on a
bells?
Are you riding over on a magic carpet?
No, in a Lexus, it rides like a magic carpet.
A magic carpet would be great, wouldn't it, to have one of those?
That would be so cool.
Wouldn't that be great?
And what superpower would you choose if you could choose?
Magic carpet.
Really? I never thought about that. So flying, you would like to fly?
Not really. I'd be scared.
Yeah? Well, if you're a superhero, you're not scared.
I don't know.
You imagine that you have a superpower and you're scared to use it.
Yeah, I'd be scared. The other people. The other flyers. I don't trust.
You're the only one flying. You're worried about air traffic.
I'll hit a plane or something. Have you seen what's going on with planes lately?
Have you ever seen Superman hit a plane? Come on. Have more optimism about your superpower.
All I know is some of those big planes get taken down by a bird going in the engine.
Right. You're afraid you'd be that guy.
Run into a bird.
Oh, it's Super Terry Norvelle. Oh, poof, right into the engine.
There he goes.
Wow. I guess he's not going to save us after all.
Say I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
He's out of here. He's Mike Freed. We took it out of bounds. Back, second hour, when we come back.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School. Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with we are martyr rolling off our tongues. Never will we roam, for we know our place is out. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing.
We've already kicked around a couple of our This Date in Sports History. You only have a couple left, but wanted to get to them as we welcome you back to the second hour on a Monday, the Young Norvelle Show. Patrick Young. I don't think we're going to hear from Pat. He was just getting back into town from Arkansas. He spoke, I guess it was yesterday or maybe this morning. I can't remember. I talked to him a couple, 3-4 hours ago. But he was speaking to, I think, the athletic department at the University of Arkansas, Little Rock. Fly out there and talk to those folks. So I don't think Pat's going to make it on the show today. Casey, I don't know if you've ever been to a presidential library. And there's
no, sir.
There's a handful of them, and I've been to one. I was working at JU years ago, doing radio for football, baseball, basketball, and basketball season. We played Arkansas Little Rock, regular season game. I think we played Marquette, and we were coming down and played Arkansas Little Rock. And we got there. It's like a 4-game road trip, so we were on the road for a week or so. So we had a day. We got to Arkansas, to Little Rock there, and didn't play till the next night.
Okay.
So kind of had some time. We got there early in the morning, and getting checked in downtown Little Rock, cute little town, by the way. And one of the people that checked us in was saying, "Yeah, at the end of the road, there's the Bill Clinton Presidential Library."
Okay.
And I had a whole day, so I went down there. It was fascinating.
Really?
Absolutely fascinating.
It's all about Bill Clinton, or it's other stuff?
It was, Clinton. So it was
Okay.
Clinton, and tracked him and his family and his career. And obviously, it went way back, to
Sure.
when he was doing bad things when he was not even the president.
Sure.
I like Clinton enough, but it's presidential library. So you go in, you pay your fee, and you just walk all over it. Really, really interesting.
Does everybody have one?
No, I don't think
all the presidents.
No, I think it's an honor. Yeah,
okay.
It gets bestowed. I don't think everyone has. Kennedy's got one, and
sure.
Reagan.
Sad.
It might. They may do one for. We can look that up. I don't think for the longest time it was kind of a. I don't know if every president gets one, but if you ever get a chance to go to a presidential library, it is fascinating. They had
not everyone.
No, what does it kind of say? Does it?
It says.
I didn't think it was everyone. It's kind of an honor among honors.
Yeah, it's just an honor. Yeah.
And you get I don't know if it's a vote, Supreme Court or somebody does it, or how you get it, but so I can remember a bunch of it. I go in, pay my fee, and you just kind of wander around. What do they call the Beast? Don't they call the presidential car the Beast? I think they call it the big limo, and that's flown everywhere. Well, they had one of those, not the exact one. And it says this is not the exact one, but they had an absolute replica, and you could get within arm's length of it.
That's cool.
But it had little signs all over it telling you all the neat things it could do. It was the car was fascinating. Casey, I tell you, one of the most fascinating, and it had little film strips and all you could watch on the president and this and that. It had behind glass probably a couple of hundred handwritten letters and notes that President Clinton sent to like Margaret Thatcher or
that's cool.
And you were close enough to read them. And there was personal stuff in it, not anything, nefarious.
Sure, yeah.
But I mean, it was whoever was back in the I don't think Netanyahu, but Netanyahu, right. hey, this is Bill Clinton. I'm looking forward to the summit coming up. And then he would talk about just, stuff. Hey, how's your son doing in soccer?
That's wild.
But I mean, massively famous people and handwritten. Just really neat. If you ever.
So it says every president since Herbert Hoover has a presidential library in their home state.
There you go. So it became a thing.
Yeah.
But obviously.
The first one was for FDR.
Nice.
And for some reason maybe Obama doesn't have one yet, but it says George W. Bush got one in 2013.
There you go.
So,
but then obviously prior to FDR, they weren't doing it; it just wasn't a thing. But now it sounds like it's a thing.
Obama does have one. My bad.
Is it built and all? Yeah.
Planned. It's
planned.
under construction.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's Jimmy Carter got one, and both Bushes got one.
Can you imagine what? Some group has to go get the artifacts and stuff.
Oh, I know.
Not from just a president. I'm sure they, big world leaders at the time, they probably reach out to them, or if they're deceased, their estate. Hey, do you have anything that Clinton? I'm telling you, it was fascinating. It just dripped. You could just feel the history. But I mean, to be on one side of the glass and see, there were notes. About tragedy.
I'm sure.
And, you remembered it, and there were notes like Clinton would send to a family that went through just not a famous family, famous, non-famous, tragedies, awards, plenty of athletes.
Yeah.
Plenty of athletic stuff. Hey, whoever, Dan Marino, thanks so much for stopping by, White House, or, stuff like that. But the historic part of it was just, my God, that event shaped the world, good or bad. You're going, holy cow, that's the correspondence. It was something.
So I'll ask the question everyone's been thinking.
Okay.
Monica Lewinsky's in there?
And Mike Fried said that. I don't think there was anything. I can't remember way back. I don't think there was any Lewinsky stuff.
See, well, then to me it loses something.
Maybe.
Because it happened, right?
It might have, a controversy, but I don't think there was a blue dress. I don't think the blue dress was out.
That'd be cool, though, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
boy.
All right. By the way, the Obama one is supposed to open in early 2026.
How about that?
And it looks really cool.
How about that? And he's from Illinois?
Chicago. Yeah, it's in Chicago.
Yeah.
Hyde Park.
Yeah. Some people say he's from actually another country, but we won't touch that.
Well, the museum's in Hyde Park, Chicago.
Yeah. The...
I've heard.
Yeah. So I would go. I would go to any. I don't care.
They built it like up though. It's cool. It's like a.
Yeah. I don't care your political leanings or non-leanings. If you get a chance to go to any one, do it. It's just fascinating. I've never made the trip to D.C. I would love to. I would love to.
Never been to D.C. ever?
No. No, and I would be that nerd that I guess that I would want to go to the White House. I'd want to go to Lincoln Memorial. I'd want to go to everything.
Oh, the other question people were thinking coming off your story: did JU win or lose the game against?
I think lost.
That's a bummer.
I think the 2 years I worked.
Well, it's great for me, but
Yeah, the 2 years I worked doing radio, football, baseball, basketball for JU. The two basketball years were terrible. I mean, like Cliff Warren's last couple of years before he got fired. I mean, we're talking, 9 and whatever the number comes. 9-24, and 2 years in a row or so. Just terrible. Just terrible. It wasn't good. Wasn't good. And I didn't like Cliff Warren. I probably shouldn't say it.
I mean, you can say it.
We just didn't jive. And he knew he was at the end of the rope. I thought he was like a mean little Napoleon guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he seemed mean and distraught and like, dude,
Who, Little Rock, right?
Arkansas Little Rock, yeah.
It was a loss.
Yeah.
78-56.
Oh, boy. Go Dolphins. And I don't think Little Rock was really good either.
Nah, I mean, there's no evidence of that.
That was a cute little downtown. Little Rock was a nice little fun area. And then, like I said, you just walk toward the end of the road, and there was the Clinton.
I don't think I'll ever go there, but
No, it was fun.
I was going to Little Rock on vacation. You know what I mean?
Speaking of, I told you I was at the arena on Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody need a basketball court? The entire basketball court from the arena is getting thrown away, basically.
Like we could go out and find it in the dumpster?
It's in a hallway that I'm tired of it being stuck. Big. And
I don't really need one, but I feel like I could figure out something to do with it.
Me too. I even got online. Hell, it's been in that hallway at the arena, the back hallway. The public can't get it. It's been, and it's like 12 piles of wood. I mean, it's a lot of.
Do you think they would notice if you took it?
I actually got online one day. I was working a couple months ago when it first went out there.
Uh-huh.
And I got online and said, does a used basketball court have value? And if it was, you could sell it on the market for $20,000. I think it said, a used, if you find a YMCA or a high school or something, you could get $4,000. But I mean, I think moving it would be more than that.
Sure, yeah.
Man, there's a lot of panels though.
I bet.
I mean, a lot of panels. Huh? And I need to ask. I don't know what they're going to do, but there's another JU. There's another Florida basketball game. They play Miami in the arena.
Maybe they're going to run it back one last time.
Yeah. Did you know that if you host March Madness now, they send you a court. They're all the same now.
Okay.
And if you think about it,
makes sense.
We talked about this not that long ago. All the locations for March Madness, you would just play on the home court, and they'd all be different. You may see JU's court, but now the NCAA. Remember, if you think about it, they're black and blue now.
Yeah, they're very standard.
And they're standard now. They'll do the baseline Albuquerque or Salt Lake, but they send out the courts.
I didn't know that. I never really thought about it more than for like a second, but it does make sense.
Yeah.
But also, it seems like a lot of work.
I also heard. I think this is true. I can't. And Patrick and I talked about this year. The NCAA champion, obviously this year, Florida won it all. You have the right to buy the Final Four court, and just about every school does. A, if they just want to save some of it, but B, it's a moneymaker.
You sell pieces.
You cut it up, yeah. And I thought I read where Florida, I can't remember what the reason, did not buy this year's court. I don't know why.
Oh.
I would have bought it, wouldn't you? You could make a lot of money off that court.
Oh yeah, I definitely could have.
Yeah. Absolutely. But the winning school always has the right to buy, that Saturday, Monday.
Yeah, what are we doing? That's not good.
I may be wrong, but I think Pat and I talked about that. I don't know why Florida said no. Why would you not buy that?
Why would you not?
Can you imagine? You buy it, whatever. I don't know what it would cost you.
Who cares? You got it.
I think you could make it back in spades, couldn't you?
You could.
Put a little bit of advertising and say, hey, Gator Nation, win. Here's your chance to have a piece of history from the Gator Basketball National Championship. A 1x1 piece. What would you sell it for? $200, $250?
Yeah.
You could make some money.
And then you take 50 of them to Todd Golden, say, Todd.
Yeah.
Scribble on these.
Scribble on them. Yeah.
And you have Walter Clayton scribble on those.
Walter Clayton, yeah.
There you go. You got pieces you can. I mean,
yeah.
I'm no genius, but this is what I do.
Oh, absolutely. I can't believe. I'll try to look that up. I'm almost positive I saw.
That's amazing.
And I can't remember what it seemed like there was a reason, but I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was.
It wasn't financial because they had it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A couple things before we get out of here at the bottom of the hour, then we'll get Brent Beaird on. We talked about protesting in sports, especially Little League. We used to always say, oh, we're protesting. Nobody ever protested, but that game we referenced got protested in Major League Baseball. How about this? 1965, Hank Aaron had a home run, Major League Baseball, home run nullified, and he was called out for hitting it out of the batter's box.
Wow, that's rare.
You always hear about you can't step on the plate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean.
Never seen it happen.
No. How about that? 1965, thank God he didn't miss Babe Ruth's record number by one.
Oh, right. I didn't even think about that.
How about that, though? Out of the batter's
amazing.
box. Got called out of the batter's box. Crazy. This date sports history, 1981, the great Herschel Walker, going into his second year at Georgia, takes out $1 million Lloyd's of London insurance policy. You've heard of Lloyd's of London, right? Lloyd's of London insurance company, obviously, somewhere over there. Really, really famous, old.
Sounds old.
And they do unique stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they've done it for years. But they write a lot of your athletic stuff. You know, and like music stuff. You'll have Elton John's hands or Elton John's got a $10 million policy on his hands.
Interesting.
You know, because of his worth is tied to his piano playing or.
I wonder how often they have to pay stuff out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because like Elton John still has his hands, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Last I checked.
So I'm guessing he paid a premium.
I will say this, too, that the NCAA lightened up on that.
Mm-hmm.
And now, I don't know if the school can help. And, you know, Lloyd's of London doesn't take anybody on.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's going to be a monthly premium.
Yeah.
That's how they make their money. But the NCAA came out, it wasn't that long ago, really, probably 20 years or so, 30 years. They allowed the athlete they could take a loan out, or the NCAA may loan them, because the last thing you want is some poor kid that's a great player, but can't afford the premium, and he gets injured, and he doesn't have anything to fall back on.
Yeah, that'd be a shame.
Yeah, that'd be a shame, definitely. So there you have it. That is our this date in sports history. A couple of them, we used one or two earlier before. We'll have Brent Beaird coming up. Want to talk about Ed Orgeron. Vanderbilt, really happy with Vanderbilt. Injury situation at Alabama. Remember, Alabama plays Florida State. Less than 2 weeks. The big weekend. The big official kickoff is less than 2 weeks. Matchup coming up this Saturday. 2 top 25 teams. Iowa State, Kansas State. That's the Dublin game. I'm laughing, but I knew so many FSU fans this time a year ago. They were so excited, and a bunch of them were about to get on a plane and make that trip.
That's a shame.
Can you, Casey? Nobody went by themselves, right? You at least went with wife, girlfriend, friend.
Absolutely.
You're dropping you and wife and a kid.
Oh.
I mean, you're dropping $10,000 or more.
Oh. Painful.
What is that? 8-hour flight.
Yeah.
8-ish hour flight both ways. How long did the return home flight feel?
That was bad. They lost in like the last second, right?
Yeah, they did Tech kick a field goal?
I think they did
to win it.
Yeah.
Oh. And that is an 8-hour flight disguised as about 16, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That'd be a tough one.
And if you win, man, the booze is flowing.
Oh yeah, everything's great.
Everything's great.
Weren't they ranked like number?
Yeah,
they would have been like number 9 at
FSU
something
was
like that.
ranked very high. They had come out of that undefeated regular season. Yeah. Travis got hurt, so they got bombed in the bowl game. But that wasn't real. You know.
They all opted out. Nobody
they all opted out. So Georgia beat them 63-3. But yeah, FSU they were highly ranked and
got killed.
Yeah, really got beat up pretty good. Mm-hmm. I know it was a last-second kick, but Florida State was lucky to get back into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody thought about that. God, you got to get on a plane, load up the loss, and fly 8 hours back. Oh, Oh,
terrible.
That was the day about a year ago. I was with my buddies. I went and stayed with my buddy and his family, and we caught the Braves game that night. A lot of fun.
How about that?
A lot of fun. What a cool setup that is. With the
See an FSU fan?
No. Oh, no. All Gator fans, and we watched the hell out of that in the afternoon,
Nice.
noon kick, I think.
Yeah.
So we watched the hell out of that and
Oh,
jumped in the car and went and watched some baseball.
how about that?
Yes. It was a lot of fun. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We should have Brent Beaird on, and we've got some those topics and a few others, including, if we get to it, what if a little Miami, Florida? I'll fill that in on the other side. All right, we're coming back with Brent Beaird talking some college ball when we come back on the Young Norvelle Show.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
Okay, college football talk on deck. As you can see, a bunch of football helmets. They'll be knocking helmets real soon, less than a week as the college season starts. Really kind of gets a slow start this Saturday. Then the following week, that Thursday and Friday, their games. Saturday, the 30th of August, is really the start of college football. What a Saturday it is. Then that next day, Sunday, 2 good games. And then the Labor Day weekend wraps up with the Bill Belichick debut against TCU, North Carolina TCU. Major League Baseball, we don't have time to get deep into baseball's busy weekend. We'll talk some baseball tomorrow. I think Kate Kishner will be with us tomorrow. He's been traveling. Actually, he may still be out of the country. I'll check. One game in progress, and it's a big one. Milwaukee on the road at Wrigley. Milwaukee leads Chicago 2-0. That is in the 5th inning. Man, they play 5. Casey, this is that 5-game set because of a rainout. It's the first of 2 today. Doubleheader today. Milwaukee at Chicago Cubs, 5 games, and this is the last time they play this year, I think, in the regular season. Boy, the Cubs got to go get 4 of these, don't they?
At a minimum.
They got to go get 4 of these. The Cubs, gosh darn, the standings have turned upside down in the last 2 to 3 weeks. The Cubs, going into today's game, and they trail right now, they trail Milwaukee by 8 games. 8 games.
So it could be 10 by tonight.
Oh, my goodness gracious. 2 tonight, 3 more, 5 total. Just kind of a quirk of the schedule with an early rainout. They're playing 2 today, and it was already a 4-game set. That's the only game that will be active until 6:40, and then a bunch of games coming up 6:40. But gosh darn, Milwaukee. They finally lost over the weekend, right? Rattled off, 14?
Yeah, they did.
14. You remember who had, I think Milwaukee, that 14 is the record for this year. Longest winning streak. You know who had the second one? Minnesota. Remember they
Twins,
won?
Yeah.
Minnesota won 13 in a row at one point, and they're 58-66.
They traded their whole team.
Yes, and they shut it down. They just shut it down. Hey, we haven't really taken a look at our lovable Rockies. Have you checked their pace or anything? They are
no, I haven't.
35 wins, 35 and 89.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, they're going to get to 40. You know, we were worried about that.
Well, yeah, they should get
They
to
should,
40.
right? They need 5 more.
Yeah, but don't say something crazy like 45.
No. Baby steps. How about Casey? The Rockies are a smooth 36 games out of first place.
Oh, well. Well, the good news is they open a series with the Dodgers tonight.
Oh, boy.
For 4.
Yeah.
So that's 4 losses.
The suddenly hot Dodgers.
Yeah. Then they get the Pirates. They might win some of those.
All right.
Cubs, Padres, Dodgers again.
Oh.
Ooh, Mariners, Giants a couple times. They might not get to 40.
But they got about 38 left.
Yeah, they got a few. They do play the Marlins.
God almighty. The loss column.
Ugh.
They've got 89. It looks awkward.
Yeah,
they have 89 losses. Pittsburgh has 73. Nationals 74. Athletics 70. White Sox 80. They should just let them play the rest, all 38 games. The White Sox and the Rockies.
That's tough.
Gosh darn, the White Sox 44 and 80.
Much better than last year, though, right?
Yeah. They set the record, didn't they?
Yeah.
41-121 or something like that.
So they just got to win one more.
Yeah.
Beat last year's total. Come on, White Sox.
And so Baltimore, do they get some kind of – Baltimore is the best of the last place. They've only lost 67.
I don't think you get a trophy.
I don't think you do either. But, man, we talked the Dodgers, the Yankees, and the Mets really needed big weekends, and they got it. And they all 3 got it. All right, let's turn our attention to the sport that is in game week, actual real game week. Brent Beaird for college football. How about that? Sounds good.
It does. It's wonderful to hear. Now, this is week 0 stuff, which will end up being week 1 sooner or later for college football, but
only college football could do week 0.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? But
they had 10 years of meeting to figure out to go to week 0.
That's right. Absolutely. But you know, we like our meetings, that's for sure. And we got more coming soon with the playoffs. But as far as week 0, I mean, obviously the Kansas State game is
that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Two
Now,
ranked teams that
yes.
two ranked teams that you could see either one of those assuming the role of Arizona State from a year ago.
You could, yeah.
I
I
mean,
agree with that.
two pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That's 22 versus 17. We could
Yeah.
do worse. The problem
Yeah,
is there's
absolutely.
only 5 games. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah,
5.
really.
Brent, I loved your notes this morning because I'm a big Ed Orgeron fan. Sounds like Eddie O's. Eddie O's throwing his hook in the water again. He'll get a job somewhere, won't he?
He very well might. Now, it's not going to be a great job.
No,
but,
we talked about that.
But he will get. He will. I think it's time I'm getting the itch again after his 4-year retirement. So, but I mean, would you, if you're now seriously here, if you're an AD, Terry, do you take a chance on him? I mean, we know he won, and he deserves credit for it.
Mm-hmm.
He won, obviously, at LSU. Didn't last much longer after that. But I mean, if you're if you're Southern Miss or South Alabama, or if you're I mean, would you take a shot?
Yeah, we welcome up Patrick Young as well from
Hey.
travels.
Greetings, Patrick Young.
Pat, we're
What's up,
talking
guys?
about Eddie O has made it known he wants to get back in the coaching game.
Oh gosh, Terry's gonna bring back his doggone impersonation. I
Eddie
can't
O.
lie, Grant. Terry's Ed Ogeron is pretty great.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not gonna do it now. You've hurt my feelings.
Right. I ain't gonna put you on the spot, but that's what you do to Mike Freed. Be funny. Hey, Mike, be funny.
Yeah, be funny.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Brent, did LSU pull the plug too early on him, or was it time?
No,
it was time, right? It just got sideways.
Yeah,
it got sideways, didn't it?
He did.
You know, it's interesting you say that. I was just on a call with a buddy talking about how there's a lot of coaches that end up winning a championship, and sometimes there's a high level of depression that can come after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It part of it probably can be being too result driven versus process driven.
Mm-hmm.
And like you get the result, you win, and then you say, oh my gosh, we worked so hard, we got to do that again. I can't believe we got to, how am I going to make that? Or you can say, oh, we just won, I know what the formula is, I know what we can do, and it's exciting, and we got new guys to do it with this. So I mean, Coach O, we all know that he got that taste of success, and then he kind of he switched it up a little bit.
He was living a good life.
Now he had Joe Burrow with him, which in 2019, Joe Burrow had, could we all three say Joe Burrow had a year that we may never see again?
It was unbelievable.
He really was.
And I love that it wasn't like, and I hate making comparisons here, Mac Jones had a sensational last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that it didn't translate over to the NFL. Joe Burrow, his incredible year has transformed into a wonderful career where he is on that list. I think he was voted, was he number 1 of pure passer situations?
I think he might have been.
Yeah.
I mean, that final year at LSU, now he had great receivers. I don't think he missed a pass the whole year. He put every pass on the money. Everyone. I'll take
Kyle Trask played him hard, though. We played him tough out there.
Played him hard. But LSU, you couldn't hiccup against that offense. They weren't going to hiccup.
No,
you had to match them. They were tough. Hey, staying with Eddie O, he wants to get back in it. I'm assuming he wants to be a head guy. With that said, Eddie Orgeron could be my defensive line and recruiting coordinator.
Absolutely.
Anytime he called and he wanted a job, I'd fire somebody to hire him.
Yes. Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, what he did with the defensive line was just
great motivator.
Unbelievable. It really was. So
great motivator. Great motivator. Brent, injury at Alabama. I'm concerned at the running back position. Jam Miller is going to miss some time. Looks like he was taking over that. But, Brent, I harked on this last year, I think, with a lot of Alabama fans. Last year was the first time I remember in a long time Alabama didn't have a Bama back. You know what I mean?
No, they didn't.
Nobody kind of became that and I guess we got spoiled. But they with Jam Miller, who's got the experience, with him being out, they got a lot of newness there behind that at that position right now.
Yeah, they've got a guy named Richard Young who's like 245 pounds. He's more fullback than he is a tailback, but he can get it done. Daniel Hill and Dre Washington or other guys that they look on. Now, we don't know exactly how long. A.K. Deer, which is one of the better names, but names anywhere. A.K. Deer. How about that, Pat?
Like it.
But
like it a lot.
Yeah, but so to your point, though, I mean, they play an FSU team that they ought to beat, and they really. And after that, they've got Wisconsin and Tuscaloosa, and then they take a week off before they play Georgia at Georgia. So it's going to be a pretty tough month for them. I mean, my story is, imagine if this was FSU 2 years ago instead of the FSU we got now.
Is there a bunch more big September games that I can I mean, big national games that I can think of? Man, there's a lot of, Texas, Ohio State, and LSU, Clemson. It seems like a bunch of them in September.
There are, and then it's Notre Dame, Miami, right?
Yeah, Notre Dame, Miami.
Yeah. Yes, and that game is in Miami.
Yeah. Yeah, in Miami.
What a great 30 for 30 that Catholic first.
It was good.
Was yeah.
It was good, and Brent and I lived through it. It was fun. That was a fun, crazy time. Hey, I'm glad you brought up Miami, and what I'm going to bring up. There's a lot of doing that would have to be done. Okay, I get it. This is not an easy bridge to cross, but what if I tease this a little bit? What if Miami at home could knock off Notre Dame? And what if Florida could go into Baton Rouge and knock off LSU? If that what if happened, those two, how big would 4-0 Miami hosting 4-0 Florida? That would be now those are two tough games to get by.
Yep.
Guys, how big would that be? One of the biggest games in Miami in a long time if that happened.
Oh my, yeah, it really would. They may actually have a sellout there.
How do we feel about how confident do we feel with Carson Beck in Miami in terms of? I'm not going to say making the playoffs. Gosh, 8 wins.
Brent, we'll take a stab at that. My thought on Beck, I've never been enamored with Beck, but I don't think he's going to get you beat though. He's not that Joe Burrow not missing any passes, but I'm not enamored with Beck. Never have been. I think he's a little stiff for me, but I don't think he's going to get you beat. That makes sense.
Yeah,
and probably doesn't answer Pat's question. Miami won't be happy with an 8-4. They would be. I mean, that Miami Nation would not be happy.
Well, and I'm not saying they would fire Golden over that, because you can't fire a coach who's 8-4, but
right.
But at the same time, now you remember last year, they were undefeated,
like 8-0 at one point.
That lost to Georgia Tech by 5, lost to Syracuse by 4, but they did it in November. If they would have lost those games in September, how much of a difference would that have made?
And you mentioned Golden. You meant Cristobal, obviously.
Cristobal. Yes.
And you also mentioned their season started going down, that Georgia Tech game. Well, remember, that really got some heat on Cristobal as a poor game coach, deciding to run the ball there.
I can't get over it.
Deciding to hand the ball off instead of just take a knee and get out with a win. And, Cristobal, not as much as Billy Napier, but I think Cristobal's got a little bit of that tag on him. He may not be the best game day guy. He'll go out and get some talent, but he may not help your team on the sideline on Saturday afternoon as much as somebody else.
Yeah, I would agree. So that means Shannon Dawson, the O coordinator, and then Corey Heatherman, the D coordinator, have got to be really good.
Yeah, definitely. I had, speaking of Florida football, just kind of glancing at their early schedule again, and y'all may know this. It's kind of a quirky kickoff. Game number 2, South Florida. It's part of a, I think, triple header on SEC Network. That thing kicks off at 4:15. Odd kick time for Florida, South Florida.
That is. Oh yeah.
Crazy not time, but I'm here for it. I like being able to watch my team before it's late, because sometimes sometimes there's a better game on that late one. You don't want to keep looking back and forth.
Absolutely, and obviously my TV, until it's commercial, I'm on the Gator game. But I'm with you. I hate when there's a really compelling game opposite my Gator game, because you're flipping, and don't get me started. Casey and I have talked about it. I've got one of those TVs too. It takes me like 12. I got to hit like 12 buttons to get my damn TV on.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. And I've got not one, but 2 clickers.
Oh.
It takes 2. My stars, how many do you need?
Yeah, and Casey and I went over this ad nauseum. I know he's sick of talking about it. I'll finally get my TV going, and Lord knows if I happen to hit a wrong button, I got to start again.
I know it.
You're like, I'm missing half the game.
I know that's true. But I tell you, that this Florida, that 4-game stretch of 3 on the road at LSU, at Miami, a week off and played Texas, and then Texas A&M.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that's as tough as anybody in the nation, frankly.
That's rough. It's rough. But if you're good, you're good. If you're two, go win 3 of them. Yeah, go win 3 of them. You have a great year. Go win 2 of them. You're past it.
Yeah.
You're guys. I saw some still shots today of the nearly completed Vanderbilt Stadium renovation. Good for Vanderbilt. They put like $300 million. They had a big capital campaign going on to raise money. They raised about $300 million for facilities. A lot of it's going into football, and it looks pretty damn good. I've been in that stadium, and it's a high school stadium with tall walls. Is all it is. But it looks good. I don't know if y'all seen it. Good for Vandy. Good for Vandy.
Now, what's the capacity, Terry?
I don't know if it went up, or I guess it went up.
Yeah.
It was always around 40.
Yes.
So I'm assuming, but yeah, they put some boxes and they closed the end zones in. It really was an eyesore for the SEC. It really was.
Yeah.
It was just, Patrick. It was as basic can be.
Man, you could go to, I'm not gonna say any high school in Texas, but go to the number 30 high school in Texas football program, and I bet you their stadium and everything was better than that.
They are. That newer one just got built for like $65 million. High school is unbelievable in Texas.
Now,
1,900 students, and it seats like 12,000.
By the way, I've got a friend who works at FSU, and he said people will not believe this new stadium. It looks that good.
Nice, and we'll see it on Saturday.
That's awesome.
We'll see it Saturday, 3:30, right?
Next Saturday at 3:30. Yeah. That's right.
Saturday at 3:30. Guys, Bill Belichick. I guess starting next week.
News for good reasons?
Sorta. Okay. And I don't blame him now. Most coaches do this, but Bill Belichick, the North Carolina Football Coaches Show. Do you know how many shows he's going to appear on?
Okay, he's got minimum 12. Good grief. I'll say half of them.
How many do you think Bill Belichick's going to do his Thursday Coaches Show?
Oh,
they made an announcement.
I'll give him 4.
They made an announcement today. He's going to do 1, the first one.
Good night.
He's doing 1, the first one. He's letting assistants. And who was the general manager? Mike, somebody that came with him.
Yeah.
He's going to handle it some. He's going to do 1. He's going to get them off their start. How about that? 1. Hey, you guys.
Brent's is like, man, just
1.
That's just now. Okay, so so this. Gosh, I don't know what to say about that. Okay, I get spreading the wealth around. Truth of the matter is, he just don't want to do it.
Absolutely, and he's got the panache. And he's got the panache. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say, some coaches have. That's not totally new. A lot of coaches will do a couple here and there, and they'll wink, wink, have a speaking engagement or something. But isn't that so Belichick? He's going to do one, the very first one, before the season starts.
That's just amazing. Now, what if they really win big? I mean, I think they'll be 7-5, 8-4.
Yeah.
But what if they win? What if they win big? I mean, I guess he could change his mind and come back on. Is he going to bring? Is he going to bring his girlfriend with him too?
I don't know. I don't know. You know what's interesting about North Carolina and bowl games that aren't part of the playoff are fair game, I guess. But can you imagine if he gets to 6 wins and is bowl eligible? I would imagine several bowls that probably Carolina doesn't deserve to go to.
Yeah,
they'll be twisting arms trying to get him, won't they?
Yeah, sure they will. Oh yeah.
They will be twisting. We complained a little bit, and this weekend I'm going to complain. That one game is watchable, 2 top 25 teams, but there are 5 games, only one's watchable. Yet that following Friday, the 29th, the 29th of August, we've got Auburn-Baylor, really good game, 8 o'clock.
It really is.
Same time, same day, Georgia Tech, Colorado. Move one of those to that Saturday.
Yeah, that, and I think the Georgia Tech game is at 9, and you said the Auburn game's at 10 o'clock.
I'm showing them both at 8.
Okay.
Different networks, but I'm like, here we are jonesing for games. That first week 0, we don't have any. Move one. Don't make them on top of each other.
Right.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey Pat, Casey and I were talking earlier. I may have dreamed this.
You did.
We got talking earlier about Gator basketball, national champions, and how every year the national champion in basketball has the right to buy the Final Four court. Did I see where Florida did not buy this year's court? Or did I dream that? How would you not?
Well, I can say, I can't tell you who, but I have friends that purchased a large portion.
Of this year's?
Of this year's.
Okay.
I know friends that have.
Okay, then maybe I was dreaming it.
That's funny. Well, not funny. You know, in the practice facility for the Gator basketball, there of every Final Four they've been to, there's the middle logo of the tournament is on the wall, which it takes up way too much space.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it because how often you make it to a Final Four, it's a great problem to have. Now, shoot, you want to put that championship court somewhere.
I would put a little bit on a wall and I'd sell the rest and make a fortune.
Yeah.
Well, they there's actually some guy. This is so niche. He has a company that repurposes those pieces into
interesting
tumbler cups or sunglasses or stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, the Gators should figure that out. The number of fans that stuff will be sold out.
Yeah.
In 2 days.
I think you could buy it, make money on that thing. I'm reading here. I don't see anything from this year, but the university paid $70,000 for the court in 2007.
Well, that'd be worth. Oh goodness, what in the world would that be worth today? That'd be worth double that or triple that, wouldn't it?
I think if you bought it this year's court for $100,000, you could cut it up into one by one pieces, advertise and make a fortune off that.
Oh, it's a lot of court. It's a lot.
I think you could make a fortune. We got on that. There's a lot of court. I never realized until down at the arena, they're getting rid of the basketball court. And it is all broken down in a hallway. My God, there's a lot of pieces to a basketball court. It is a big. I mean, there must be 20 piles of 20, blocks of wood. A basketball court's big.
Yeah,
it is. And I know we're running out of time here, but I give college basketball a lot of credit right now. You don't see, and if I'm wrong, Pat, tell me, but you don't see anywhere near the problems right now in college basketball that you do in college football.
No.
As far as as far as what to, decide what to do about the postseason. I know basketball turned down expanding the tournament, but I tell you guys, I mean, Pat, isn't that really in college basketball's favor that they've had about as quiet an off season as you can have?
Like it.
Yeah, I mean, I would be remiss not to mention it. Sad news on the college basketball front.
no.
The college player for Omaha drowned.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. I saw that.
Awful. Obviously,
Out
that's
swimming
not,
with friends, and he didn't come up. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously that's not the news. Dang Mayar was his name. 22 years old. But yeah, fairly quiet. I think what nagged the hell out of me was the Big Ten already proposing in 2016, 2018. I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah. Terry Norvelle was not real happy with that.
Yeah, Brent and I we were trading texts today, and I said, Brent, I'm not even sure I want us to get into that. I get so tired of all these crazy ideas, and they're going to meet 5 more times to meeting about it. No.
Can we like just get through 5 years of just keeping one thing the same before we go to the next thing?
College football changes too much, man.
Well, they know that if they go to 16, how much money they can make from that, Pat, which is the reality of it. So, but if they, and again, they've got to December to make up their mind. But right now, look, they would do themselves a big favor if they'd got all this done before the season began. But we know now that's not going to happen.
There's no time to do it right now. This is not the time.
No, there's really not.
I'm with you. All right, guys, that'll do it. We'll get back together tomorrow, 4 o'clock, 4 to 6 for the Tuesday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show. For all those guys, I'm Terry Norvelle. Have a great rest of your afternoon, everybody.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with We Are Martyr rolling off our tongues. Never will we roam, for we know our place is down. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing.